Freud had three major psychological ideas for how the mind worked: the id, superego, and ego. Each of these portray different traits, but all three are important in Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy. In these movies, the id, ego, and superego present themselves in characters and their relationships to determine the major plot points of the movie.
Take it easy.
The characters and groups in Nolan's Batman trilogy are an outwardly extending combination of the id, ego, and superego, all starting with the mind of the protagonist, Bruce Wayne. Bruce was emotionally scarred as a kid through the loss of his parents, causing him to have three different masks of personalities. Bruce's superhero personality represents the superego, as he has a strong sense of justice that he enforces on Gotham through his alter ego, Batman. However, Bruce Wayne has another mask that he puts on, one of the id. To hide his double identity, Bruce pretends to be a girl-crazy, gambling playboy when he is not masquerading as Batman. The real Bruce Wayne, the one who has Batman's sense of justice and scars, but does not blow these out of proportion, often mediates between the two as an ego figure. Bruce Wayne, as both Batman and his playboy mask, also interacts with others to create more trios of Freudian mindsets. To the criminals and cops in the city, Bruce Wayne as Batman is a superego figure. He takes the jobs of the cops, but does so with stronger morals and restrictions. The villains Batman faces are usually id figures. A perfect example of this is the Joker, who acts purely out of whims and chaos, and his entire goal is to watch Gotham burn and laugh while he causes it. Two-Face, on the other hand, represents all three figures with his split personality. The superego is the old Harvey Dent, the id is the new Dent scarred by loss, and the ego is his coin that decides all he does. The cops are an ego figure, trying to stop the criminals while also keeping Batman from taking the law into his own hands. Many cops lean more towards the superego or id, such as Jim Gordon, Batman's friend, and Flask, who secretly works with the mob, but overall they function as an ego figure. Bruce's close friends, such as his loyal butler Alfred, serve as an ego figure for Bruce, often helping him to find compromise between his obvious Batman alter ego and his less obvious alter ego, the partying billionaire. Finally, Batman also serves as the ego figure mediating between the criminally active Gothamites and the justice-focused League of Shadows, who are id and superego representatives respectively. Gothamites bask in their own passion-caused filth, while the League of Shadows wants to decimate Gotham for this. Batman, however, suggests a compromise, that Gotham's evil ways can be corrected without mass genocide in the name of justice. Through these Freudian relationships, Nolan's Batman trilogy suggests a moral that contradicts usual Freudian thought. In the end, Bruce overcomes the trauma he experiences with losing loved ones and drops both his superego and id charades. He not only stops the legalistic League of Shadows, but also helps teach Gotham it can stop its crime epidemic. The cops are cured of crazy villains such as Joker and Scarecrow, and no longer have to worry about evil cops. And they get one of their own to serve as the new Batman. Through the ego figure always being the victorious group, Nolan sends a message that it is not the hidden id that determines who someone is, like Freud would suggest. Instead, it is the ego, who mediates between raw justice and passion and determines what people actually do, that defines each and every person.
You could die. At least tell me your name.
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
Bruce?